Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Futures Club podcast, where we come to chill and get our minds right. I am Judith Daniel, your host and owner of Juju Star Productions LLC, where we have an array of products designed to help and encourage and uplift and push you forward in life. If you want to know more, go ahead and click that link. But for now, sit back and enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to have story time. So, because I was thinking, what should today be? What should we do? It's been pretty heavy with the others, and, I like to get back to just shooting the breeze sometimes. And then I was like, no, let's keep going with this. So, So my program, the Futures Club 101 Live, is going to be going live. And the curriculum that we use is from my book, the Life Transformation Course, Success Starts Now. So I created the workbook to go along with the program to keep everything in line, because I have a tendency to get, long-winded and off subject and just, so one of the things, as you already know from if you're listening to my podcast on a regular basis, is that I am an advocate for knowing who you are yourself, for you getting to know you and making your word, your voice, the most powerful and loudest in any situation. So this one is just a tiny, tiny short passage, and it's called Who Am I? Because we have a tendency to not really know if you think about it. I know where I am at this moment in time. I can see myself in a mirror. I understand if I like this kind of food or if I don't like this kind of food. But it's like, but who are you? And we end up telling our traits and our external things about us, but deep down inside is where that answer really lies. So I'm going to read a tiny short passage, have a little bit of talk afterwards, but I just want to hear, what do you think? Where are you at? Do you know who you are? And what do you think it'll take to get you to know that? If your answer is, I kind of don't, because I'm always doing what fill in the blank wants me to do, or because this is how our family works, so I got to just stay in line, or I don't really have my own mind. I am usually told what to do, and then that's what I do. That's a way to live, but it's not the best way to live. So figuring out the what makes you tick, the who you are internally and deep down inside, that you might not even let be free, that you have to suppress in order to keep a face, a facade, that reputation, and let them, how do you put that? Like when you let them continue to be right about who you are, so you play the part so that other people are right about who you are, even though in fact that's not who you are. You see what I'm saying? All right, so let's get to it. So who am I? That can be a scary question. Sometimes the biggest mistake is letting others decide that for you. If you do, that will leave you feeling less than perfect, inadequate, like you are not enough. And when they are having a bad day and you choose to put you down, that can crush your world. Don't ever give anyone that type of power over you. You keep your power by knowing exactly who you are. You are a valuable person that is capable of making mistakes. You are full of brilliance. yet to be revealed, who constantly gains wisdom and knows the beauty that resides within. If you don't know that yet, don't worry, you will by the time we are done. I want you to always remember when things get rough, overwhelming, discouraging, embarrassing, and tough, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and say, this is not what it takes to break me. Believe it or not, that's the truth. We all face situations we think are impossible to face and go through. Every person on earth has been humiliated in one way or another, even celebrities. We always have to remember this too shall pass. Don't give up and throw in the towel when you are made of greatness. You could be saying to yourself, they don't think I'm great. Who cares what they think? You shouldn't. What they say doesn't matter. Only what you say and think about you matters. If you knew how important you were, you would understand that sometimes people do things just to get under your skin so you won't be so great. If you are someone that puts others down, I would ask the question, what is causing your pain? Whatever you are going through only has power if you give it power. We need your positivity and your greatness to be used for good. You are powerful and valuable to our nation's future. By the end of these lessons, you will know that as a fact. Don't give up. Don't think that what you see is as good as it gets. Life gets way better if you live long enough. By the end of this lesson, you will know exactly how special you are. Some people, I've gotten the question that, and it was almost like a situation. And they're like, well, how can you be for both? Let me break that down. Because I am an advocate for people who are getting bullied, people who can't really see themselves and therefore they allow things to take place. But I am also an advocate for the ones who might be being the bully, the one who might think that it's okay to be this way, the ones that think, well, I have to show my dominance. I have to do this, or this. Because normally, when you break down all the layers, they're hiding something. They're hiding a fear. They're hiding the sadness. They're hiding the lack of control. They're hiding the lack of power that they feel, and they're trying to get it back by any means necessary so that they can feel good due to external, you hear me? External situations when they should be looking to feel good due to internal feelings and being proud of yourself and the things that we can't see. Because that is something that no one can take away from you. If you're basing your worth on taking power from other people, what's going to happen when those people are no longer there for you to take from? You see what I'm saying? So it's not just I'm here for the underdog or the one that can't stand up for themselves or don't really know yet. I am here for the one who is causing the pain because I know and believe it to be true and have seen that it's because they have a pain. Now, this is the yin and the yang, right? But you can't have one without the other. So I advocate for them both. No one is left to the wayside. No one is made to feel less than the other person. No one is saying, well, we're up here because we already know something. Or the other one saying, well, we're down here because we don't know. Nope. It's an even playing field. Why? Because we are all people. Bottom line. Someone has baggage to carry from this group. Someone has baggage that they're carrying from this group. And at the end of the day, when we are able to set our baggage down, we are people. I myself also think that way. You might think that, oh, wait, she's more powerful because she knows all these things, right? So then what happens? Because my goal is to give all of myself away as daily as I can, all the time, so that I can re-up, right? So that I can give it away again. So if I'm daily giving all of myself away, giving all of my information, all of my wisdom, all of my knowledge, all of my years of research to those that need to hear it, once you hear it and you understand it and you take it in, we are on the same playing field. So it's not that I'm up here and you're down here, or you're up here and I'm down here. Once we gain each other's knowledge, we are on an equal playing field. There is no one better than anyone. I just happen to come across this information first. And I just happen to put something in place in which to regurgitate it in a positive manner. But the goal is a level playing field for all, so that everyone knows their worth and that everyone knows that there is no least of these. And again, everything is a choice. You can accept the information. You can do your own research. You can go ahead and look into things and get a solidified understanding, or you cannot. That would be the only thing that would separate us on an academic level. We all have access to the information. Would you like it to take it from me? Am I giving it to you in a way that you can digest? Is it making sense that I'm not trying to talk higher than you, but I want you to understand what I'm saying? I want you to have all of this information and I want to make it plain. So we have to stop looking at things as if, oh, wow, I could never, because they obviously have something that I don't. No, that's not the case. The case might be, what was their passion? What did they choose to do? Did they really want to do that? And then you go back to yourself. Okay, what is my passion? What do I want to do? Do I really want to do that? Because I can tell you right now, you can do anything you put your mind to. Anything you want to do, you are more than capable of doing. Now, your way of going about it could be completely different from anybody else's. The obstacles that you have in your way to get to that thing might be different from others, but you can still do that thing. We have to stop playing ourselves and talking down to ourselves when that is not the case at all. I had someone tell me, but you make it sound so simple. Well, of course you can do it. Why does it sound so simple? And why is simple not good? Right? Why is simple bad? I'll tell you why. Because we are programmed to work hard, to struggle. to get an understanding or an education or even food. Everything has to be this task, is how they put it out there to be. But it's not hard to listen. I don't make it hard to understand. I give it to you in a way that I know you can take it. And I don't have to dumb down what I'm saying. And you still get what I'm saying. Why? Because you're intelligent. Because you have this underlying sense of understanding, even parts, if the whole thing doesn't make sense at the time. And then you have the ability to go back and research, re-listen, redo it in order to gain perfection of hearing it even. And then you can start to put it into action and actually see that, oh my goodness, she was right. Oh my goodness, it does make a difference. Oh my goodness, I do feel better. Oh my goodness, I can do this. I really can. But it takes you of wanting to be involved. It takes you saying, I want to do this. Right? Because just like my father, I'm not going to force nothing on you either. Not even to bless you. He doesn't force himself on us even to bless us. He says, if you will receive, receive. He said, the choice is yours, but I'm going to put it out there for you. So that is what I'm doing. I am putting it out there for you. And it's up to you to receive. It's up to you to engage. It's up to you to ask those questions that might seem silly, but in fact, they are not. Because I guarantee if you have that question, somebody else also has that question. And if too many people have that question, that means I'm doing something wrong. I'm not making it plain. And it's my job to go back and correct those things, not yours. If I am the one that's giving the information. But I do my best to speak to you how I speak on a daily basis. Because there's no need to get super, like I'm standing on a 10-foot pole or something and use the big words. I use big words in the medical field. I use big words in the law office. But when I'm engaging with regular people and we are in a regular everyday situation and this is our journey, our journey that we're taking together, I want to be comfortable. And trying to live a life that I am not would make me uncomfortable, would make me want to say, all right, I can't do this no more. And then you see a totally different side of me. And then you're like, what the is going on? You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather come out the box as is. Now that box may be pretty, but I'm just me. And I want you to be comfortable with being just you. Because being yourself is way less stress than trying to keep up a facade, than trying to keep up with the rat race. You have to do that at work, right? Your skill level has to be on point, and it has to be up to the people who are watching you standards. So yes, there you have to either know your stuff or fake it till you make it. And that faking it till you make it gets draining. Stupid draining. Stupid draining, right? So, because I'm is who I'm is, I feel better doing it this way. Does that deplete my value? No. Is because I'm talking regular, it means I don't know what I know? No. It just means that I'm comfortable with me in any situation. And I want you to be comfortable with you in any situation. Why? That's the foundation of who we are. And if you never take that chance of learning, you're missing out on you too. Who wants to miss out on knowing someone great? Who is someone great in your eyes? Because back in 19, I thought Bone Thugs and Harmony was great. And I didn't want to miss out. That was my very first concert that I went to. And I had a grand time, let me tell you. So, what if you were that one that was great in your eyes? What if you looked at you like that? And you was like, you know what? I show all these people out here love. I buy their merch. I do their stuff. I support them because I believe in their message. I do all that stuff. But what about me? That's why I cried when I did my mirror work the first time. Because I didn't see me. But I know I can think anybody out there was great. But my mind had me in a place. My background had me in a place. My upbringing had me in a place. My parents had me in a place that I couldn't see me. And to take off all those layers is not an easy task. Right? It takes some time. Don't think it's going to happen overnight, because the first whole month, 2 months, 3 months, every time you look in that mirror, you might cry. Why? Because of your memories, because of your past, because of those times that you thought maybe I could have been better, but I wasn't. Or maybe I could have done something different, but I didn't. And that's okay. Just like it took you a minute to learn all them Bone Thugs and Harmony songs, it's going to take you a minute to learn yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time. Be a little less critical and a little more inviting and open to understanding. And once you begin to break it all down, and then you begin to build it up the correct way, you are going to be unstoppable. So if this journey sounds like something you want to take part in, go over to futuresclub101.com. If you have any questions or concerns or an idea or a thought or something that you would like me to talk about, go ahead and put it in the comments or message me. You got all my platform stuff. You got all my numbers. You got all the blah, 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 right? And let's get this thing going. Let's move in that right direction together. Let's be unstoppable together. All right, my royal fam. Deuces. As always, thank you for joining us again for another episode. We hope you enjoyed yourself, but the best way to know is if you leave a comment or you send me a message and you actually let me know. If you have any questions, I would love to be able to answer those on the next episode, so go ahead and leave me that as well. But until next time, just know you are worth it to be wherever you want to be.